Everybody. My name is Daniel Harms. Today it is Sunday, so we're going to do another mock draft. Ryan is busy with a kid engagement. His daughter is playing volleyball, I believe, in the finals, or at the very least, they are on their way home from that. So I will be spearheading today's mock draft. We're going to have a little bit of fun. I know I've done a lot of the first 2 days in terms of watching and evaluating players and prospects. I want to get your guys' opinions on those. And then really when we get to day 3, we're going to have a little bit of fun. We might trade around up top and let you guys help pick in the bottoms. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. This is RGR football. What's up, everybody? I see we got some people in the chat already. So I want to get your guys' opinions first off before we do anything. Which mock draft machine would you rather use? The TDN mock draft or the PFF mock draft simulator? Because I want to see what you guys, or maybe how about this? We do one and one. We'll do one and one, try and get through one quickly and then get to the other one. So how about we just do that? We'll do one TDN and one PFF and see how things really change. Yes, we are live right now. Over 100 already at the start. That's awesome. You guys are great. We got a couple people in here from Denmark. It's 1 a.m. at Denmark. Awesome to see you in the chat. Thank you, Simon. Appreciate that. Make sure, by the way, if you're new, hit that like, hit the bell, and hit the sub notification because Ryan and I and everyone here at the RGR Football Channel, we bring you content every single week. These are live. I'm not going to be answering a ton of questions, but tomorrow, Monday at 6 Central Time, 6:05 Central Time, roughly. We will be doing the Q&A. Definitely be there if you guys want your answers, questions. We'll do a little bit of both. Again, one other way you guys can show your support is always super chatting. And if you do super chat and ask a question, I promise you I'll answer it during the mock draft. Promise that. All right. So, yes, we're going to start off with the TDN mock draft, and then we'll do the PFF after. Really kind of see what ends up going on, and I'm going to get a little bit different. I'm not a huge proponent of trading up, but I think I want to take one of these drafts, one of these mocks, and get a little crazy, and let's see what happens. So, like I said, we're going to start off right with this, and I zoomed it in about 150. If that works for you guys, can you see everything? I just want to make sure you guys can see everything that's unfolding. Yeah, sometimes we always have that Freudian slip and where we say things backwards. I do apologize. Things happen, you know. Things do happen around these parts. Do you want to do a full 7 or do I want to do 4s? How do you want to do this? I think we'll do a full. You know what? Screw it. We'll do a full 7. All right, let's jump in. Let's get crazy with it. So before we get in, like I said, can you guys read everything? Sorry, guys. We'll just do a couple of quick full ones here. You guys can read everything, right? It's zoomed in enough. You can see everything on the board. You can see all of that fun stuff. Thank you, Whiskey Bravo. In case you wanted to move up in the first, keeping both picks, who would you target as a trade partners? I'm targeting the Patriots 100%. That is where I'm looking at trying to get in front of the Packers if I can. That 2021 spot I think is perfect. So, yeah, that's where I would go. Thank you for the super chat, Whiskey Bravo. Really appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and start it then. Let's go ahead and get crazy. All right. I'm assuming that I'm going to get called around the 15 pick. Oh, no. People aren't even wanting to trade up. Interesting. I have trades on, right? Okay, I did. So this one we didn't get to trade up in it, but I think we're going to see possible trade back. Oh, not giving up to. I'm not giving up that. No. That's not happening. Hit that 20. They won't move down. Yeah, I think 21 is where the Patriots are. Is where I'm looking at. It's where I'm looking at. Trading down really isn't in my nature. Oh, okay. What about this? We move down 10 spots and move up in the 3rd round. And we get an extra. And we get a 5th. I'm liking this one. I'm thinking I might accept this trade offer. See what we can do here. Move back a little bit, get earlier in the third round, and pick up a fifth. How's everyone feel about that? Yeah, let's look at who's there first. Yeah. So we have Boy Mafe and Tyler Linderbaum just went off. Nakobe Dean went off. There's clearly someone's trying to come and get Ritter. It looks like, but there's Kenyon Green or Kenyon Green. There's Chris Olave is right here. I think you could probably get him at 30 unless someone's trying to get and trade in front of you to get him. What up, Derek? How you doing, man? Nice to see you in here. So I think I like the trade back here. I think I like it because you move up in the third round, you get an extra fifth round pick. Hmm. I mean, it's just a trade. It's just a mock. Where they go? I think it was the Bears, right? Whoops, wrong one. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's go ahead and just do it. Let's pull the trigger. I think Olave makes the most sense here, right? I think we'll get wild a little bit, but personally I would take Kaiir Elam here if it were my up to me. But I think Olave at 29 is the perfect situation for Kansas City. And then you can look at Perry and Winfrey. I think Lewis Seen here makes some sense. I'm probably not going to touch Sky Moore. Yeah, Olave definitely makes sense. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get Jameson Williams at 21 either, but it's interesting. Let's see. I'm going to look at corner really quick. Yeah, we have Elam is the best available. What other edge? So, how do we feel about the prospect of taking David Ojabo? Just throwing it out there. Everyone would prefer Elam. I would too. Personally, Olave and Elam just like kind of answer things for me, right? All right. Let's just do it. Let's done. Just do it. Why not? Um they want to go all the way back to 50? No. Go away. Okay, so I guess this one's going to be probably pretty sound. I thought we were going to get offers to trade up, but we'll just kind of stick with where we are here and go straight out. Thank you, William. Yes, we did. We got Elam. We got him, guys. We got him. I like McCreary too. I just don't think Kansas City would take him. He's got even shorter arms than Elam does. Like that's the one unfortunate thing. Holy crap! Everyone wants to move down. Go away. I think Trent McDuffie is going to go in the top 20, top 25 ish. I think that's where you're going to see him go. Even though he has those shorter arms, he is the smartest corner in this draft. I don't think there's any way about that. All right. The Bears are really interested in trading it, but I think this one we'll just keep straight. Maybe we'll get a little bit different in the PFF one when we have an opportunity to move up in the first. Maybe we'll try and do that. All right, so let's look. And the funny corners are. Let's go back to the all really quick here. Oh, Perry and Winfrey, Christian Harris. They got some interesting names here for Kansas City. Man, Cameron Thomas, an option here at 50. I think that's an excellent position. That makes a lot of sense. I think Pascal's more of an interior player. He could have taken Travis Jones. So would you take McDuffie over Stingley? No, I would take Stingley over everybody. So we have a couple options here. You can wait at 50 and possibly get Drake Jackson, who I think might have some pretty high upside. With Cam Thomas, you're getting that high floor, so you're getting a player that's going to come in and make impact. I think right away, maybe not have as high a ceiling, but you also have some other players. Christian Harris, Chad Muma are both options here. No, Thomas definitely won't last to 62, but I think so. We have the two players off the board we already have are Chris Olave and Kyer Elam. Those are the two players that we have already. So if you're talking about double dipping, I don't think this is realistic, by the way. I don't think George Pickens is going to be here at 50. But John Mechie is also a guy that I would look at. But I think what we're going to do here is the high floor guy in Cam Thomas makes a lot of sense. I understand that they're not like that. Kyer Elam's arms aren't that short, but in regards to Pro Bowl level players and players that the Chiefs want, they're short. Muma with Bolt. You say, yeah, I want Pickens too, but we already took Chris Olave. So if I'm talking about doubling up at a position early, I'm probably going to double up on defensive end. Like, to be honest with you, I think for me, it's down between taking Cam Thomas here or Christian Harris or Chad Mumo. Those are the two options I think I'm looking at. And also, I think I throw Perry and Winfrey in there. Yes. Make sure, guys, by the way, that you thank you, Aaron. If you're a rookie level member or above and interested in talking to us, Discord, please send your emails to Ryan's email, rgrpodcast@gmail.com. Very important. Also, right here, one of the best ways to learn about prospects in the draft is the Athletic Matrix. Don't forget that. Ryan does a great job putting that together every single year. You can get it at RogatePC.com. I think we're going to end up going with with Cam Thomas here. And make sure you use that code, guys. Make sure you get that discount. That's what it's there for. Make sure you use it. All right, let's go ahead. I think maybe next time we'll get a little different, but I think that the high floor player makes sense here. We'll see what happens. Go away. Okay, now we're back. We are back. And Perry and Winfrey still there. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to take Perry and Winfrey, guys, and I don't apologize. I don't apologize for it. I'm taking Perry and Winfrey, and I'm putting him next to Chris Jones with Cam Thomas. Thank you. Yeah, this draft is off to a legit. Like if this is how it felt for Kansas City, I'd be so happy. Like that's awesome. I think you're going to still be able to get some players in the third round, and that's where they are right now. Let's go to linebacker. Let's see what they got. There's JoJo Doman. I like him. There's Jesse Luketa. I like that a lot. Cam Thomas is not bad. Cam Thomas is not a bad player. All right, so let's look because we're going to be. I do think the Chiefs are going to double dip at probably both wide receiver and defensive end. So let's see what do we got here. There's Kyle Phillips, Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale's interesting at 94 anyway. All right, let's look here. Let's look at the edge too because I think that there's Sam Thomas is here. That's interesting. Myjai Sanders is here. Is interesting. That's probably where I drop off. So we're looking at probably doubling up here at defensive end. Does that make sense to you guys? So it's either Myjai Sanders or it's Sam Williams, I think, right here. Then you look at maybe double dipping at safety or corner or wide receiver at 103. How does everyone feel about that? Yeah, I think that there's a lot of upside with Sam Williams. Obviously, there's some off-field concerns. Yeah. So I appreciate your support, Chris. Thank you for the super chat. That's not what I meant to click. Wide receiver Calvin Austin in the third. I do not think that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to take Calvin Austin. I think he's far too light. I wouldn't take him above day 3. Personally, that's my own thing. He's probably going to go in the second round, but I would not take him there. Again, appreciate your support, but I personally am out on Calvin Austin there. Yeah, I think I understand that Mock doesn't deal with off-field concerns. I'm also trying to get through the lens of what Kansas City does. I know that they typically don't care about that stuff, but that's why he's here in 94. So I think we're talking about getting a guy who has some upside and some juice. And I think that he's probably closer to what Kansas City is looking for. So I think I'm going to take him there. Now, this is where it can get a little interesting because we can look at a bunch of different players. We can look at linebacker. We can look at wide receiver. We can actually start looking a little bit at tight end, just a little bit. But I really think that the value for Kansas City is going to be either at linebacker or possibly corner. There's some names here. Zion McCollum. That's a very Veach pick. I know that Ryan's huge fan of him. Athletically speaking, there's also some other guys here. I think that this is a possibility. Jesse Locetta out of Penn State, one of those guys that does everything on the defensive side in the front seven. He can play on the inside a little bit. He's an edge rusher. He can play linebackers. So it's an interesting option. I know that there's a lot of talk. See, the safeties just don't really do much for me here. I think Zion McCollum makes some sense, but I don't think Kobe Bryant's really going to be there. So do we want to try to get one of these corners, maybe double dip here too, and then look at wide receiver on the next round? I'm feeling linebacker. I'm feeling linebacker. You know what? I'll let you guys have this one for the most part. We want a corner. Who's it going to be? Zion McCollum or is it going to be Kobe Bryant right now? You pick. Thank you so much for the support, Brandon. Where wide receiver Bell goes when, in your opinion? I think he's going to go in the third round. I think he's going to go probably early third. That's where I think I have him pegged. Thank you again for your super chat. Appreciate you. So we have Bryant. Woo! Kobe, McCollum, Zion, McCollum, Kobe. Wow, we got lots of lots of stuff going on here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so it's going to be McCollum. I got more McCollums than I got anybody else. And on the way we go. Oh, go away. Thoughts on Josh Jobe? I think Josh Jobe is okay. I think he's one of those press corner guys, almost like a Charvarius Ward, where he doesn't really get his head around very much, and he's really more of an outside kind of guy who's going to be pretty decent in press coverage, and that's kind of it. And look, Kobe Bryant's still on the board. Let's look at linebacker, though. Yeah, I think that what happens here with linebackers is that Troy Anderson, I know, is a big guy, and the people are looking at, he gets pushed up because of his athletic ceiling. I don't necessarily think that he's worth that, and that's where we fall here, is that we took a lot of skilled players and left linebacker kind of in the dust. In terms, when I say skilled players, I mean defensive end, corner. We looked at wide receiver too. There's some options here in the fourth round. Some interesting options. Khalil Shakir is an option. I like Khalil's game quite a bit for what he would bring to Kansas City's offense. Let's look at all around. There's another option. Triple dip at defensive end. I don't think Troy Anderson's on the board. I'm pretty sure he's gone. I think he was picked in the early third, if not the second. End of the second. He got pushed. But Damone Clark, I know that he would be missing time because of his injury. That's a possibility. Hopefully he has a full recovery. Yeah, exactly. Jonathan. Quay maybe, Brandon. You might be thinking of Quay, who's also going in the second round. All right, so we do have some interesting options here. I know that people like Alec Pierce. I'm not a huge Pierce fan. Prince available. Prince who? Yeah, there's like three Georgia linebackers coming out. So honestly, I think I'm gonna take a plunge here because you do need a linebacker, and I think Damone Clark is a value here even with his injury. And I'm not taking a running back. So I think I'm gonna take Damone Clark. I think we can look at tight end about 135. Oh, this is the Prince you're talking about. Okay, 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 okay. I see, I see. Garrett Prince out of UAB. There's some interesting names here. I'm not a huge Prince fan. I mean, he's got some upside, I think. Charlie Collier is an interesting upside name. A lot of these guys at tight end are. Um, I understand that the back injury scares you, but yeah, I think as at his age, he has better chance of coming back at a full recovery. So I think there's value there. Let's take a gander here. This is probably the last spot you're going to get somebody. I know the Chiefs have met with Eric. Any safeties here? This is where I'm less understanding. All right, so let's just look at this Max Mitchell, Avery. I gotta see if he's on the board. Oh, okay. How early do you think the tight end from Coastal Carolina will go? I think he's going to go pretty high. I think he's going to go in the third round. Um, that's where I've got him pegged right now. Um, how does everybody feel about taking a tight end right here at the end of round 4? I don't know any of the safeties, man, and they already have their 1 and 2. I don't know. I don't know, and I think that they're going to be pretty comfortable with who they have. How about offensive tackle? Yeah, that's a possibility. Let's look at the offensive tackles. Yeah. Oh, that's Max Mitchell. Okay, so why wasn't he showing up? I tried to type him in. All right, so Zach Thomas, another guy that I would be comfortable taking in the 4th round. I actually really like Zach Thomas as a developmental tackle as a possibility replacement in the fourth round. It's interesting. Yeah, I get it. I think we're gonna take a developmental tackle right here, and then start hitting some other spots here. So let's do. I usually take Zach Tom, so I'll take Max Mitchell out of Avery's um, suggestion. We'll just go ahead and do that. I like the idea again of taking a developmental guy in the 4th round with athletic upside that you might be able to make your future right tackle if you need. Yeah, Zach Tom has got a pretty insane athletic upside, but it's difficult to really project. Yeah, he's probably gonna. I think that Max is going to be more of a swing tackle. All right, let's get into the 7th and just start throwing darts. How about that? Whew, long time to wait. Sure. Well, look, we'll see if there's anybody down here that I'd be wanting to draft. By the way, I'm probably just going to pull the trigger on Tyquan Thornton in the 7th round. Yeah, I think Thornton in the 7th round. I think I'm really really good with that. Ellis Brooks, Charleston Rambo. Jarian Ely. There's not many running backs down here that I think I would be looking at, to be honest, to draft. I just don't. Ty Chandler's interesting, but most of these guys are older or just not great. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I think we'll do a 4 round for the PFF one next. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Thornton here. He's one of those athletic guys with deep speed. You'll have to remind me who Smoke Monday is a corner, correct? Nah, that won't work. Yeah, I think Thornton's got some interesting capabilities, but safety. Yeah, there he is. I didn't mind his tape so much when I was watching McCreary. So maybe throw a dart here. We got darts to throw, right? I've taken like 3 receivers, I think, right? No, I took 2. I know Smoke Monday can get drafted based on his name alone. He's a wide receiver out of Nebraska. Uh, Swiss Army knife kind of guy, I think, right? Or maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking wrong. Honestly, I'll tell you right now, there's nobody here that I know in terms of edges. All right, so let's give real quick here, just a show of hands. Running back. You know, running back's just not a great spot. There's some guys that I'm okay with, like Keontae Ingram. He's okay. I think Devontae Price is a guy down here. But again, we're talking about most of these guys that are going to be uh, UDFAs at this point. I think he's probably gone. Yeah. All right. We're just going to pick a. We know that the Chiefs have looked at this guy, so let's just take it, and then we'll do a 4-round mock draft with PFF. But this is what it looks like. You get a couple guys down at there at the bottom, which up at top, I think this is a stacked first couple of days in terms of guys with some upside. They can come in and be contributors. So, Olave, Elam, both would be plug and play starters. I think Cam Thomas could be a starter. Perry and Winfrey, I think, could be a starter. Sam Williams, don't really know, upside kind of player. Same with McCollum, an upside player. Hope Damone Clark gets fully healthy. Then you got some developmental guys down here with some upside. This is a fun draft, a mock draft. I like this a lot. A lot of high upside possibility. And when you have a draft that's kind of a down year, take what you can get with all your picks and just kind of throw some darts. See what you get there. So yeah, I'm a fan. We'll go into a PFF one and do 4 rounds. How about that? That way we can all just kind of chill. Thank you so much, HD Dream, and appreciate the support. If you have a question, don't be afraid. Go ahead and drop it in the comments, and we'll get to it. I will get to it. Thank you so much. And yeah, I honestly think that Olave was my favorite pick. Getting him there is a dream. So I'm a big fan. Thank you again. Appreciate you, HD Dreaming, for the support. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Okay. I was making sure that I didn't do that wrong. 4. All right. Do we want to trade up in this one? You guys want to try and trade up? Why don't we try with the Patriots at 21? Let's just see what happens. So we want 21. I don't disagree, Avery. All right. So if we want to move to 21, let's have 29. And what do we want to try to throw in? Interesting. I wouldn't necessarily say low lip that he has no upside. I believe that Ohio State was more about letting him be a possession receiver. But let's throw in 94. Oh, what about 103? How about this? You want to try? Let's try this out. You want to do this? Yeah, I'm not going to force it though. I'm going to see if we can get this. All right. I like it. I like going up and only sacrificing a fourth. All right. What do we got here? All positions. All right. So we have Andrew Booth. Andrew Booth is an option I love here. I love that. He's one of my guys. All right. So wide receiver is pretty normal what they're going to see at 29 and 32, I think, in that regard. The same with get out of here. All right, so this is about the same too. David Ojabo, Boy Mafe. Um, the same here. I think that this is a great possibility to go up and get Andrew Booth. This no, I don't want that. I think Andrew Booth makes a ton of sense. He's got the length, he has the athleticism. He really, in my opinion, is someone you can go and get and be comfortable. I think that the Chiefs would be happy to get Booth, and I would hope that they change their draft philosophy a little bit. But yeah, I think I'm going to take Booth here. This is a perfect spot. All right. Yeah, I think Penning is an option, but again, only if the Chiefs really think that he's not the Lucas Niang's not their guy. But I think that they want to give him another chance. I don't think that that's going to be there. So yeah, I agree, Aaron. I have Booth over Elam as well. Thank you, William, again for the support. Booth, yes, we made sure we got him this time. I'm with you. Thank you again for your support. And yes, I like Booth. He's my corner. He's my corner three. Like he's my CB3. I like him that much. All right. So let's look at the edge. Where you at? There you are. All right. This could really be a dream scenario in terms of getting Andrew Booth and then possibly Boy Mafe, a guy who can come in and be, if you bring Melvin Ingram back, someone you can have as a third down specialist, possibly someone that you can run a little bit more in pass situations while he learns more about that run defense. Interesting. I'm not with drafting Watson in the first round. That's me. Everyone feeling Mafe? I'm feeling Mafe with going Booth and Mafe here. It's the only downside. I'm with you, Didi. Mafe is 24, but I think at 30, it's not too much of a risk. Yeah, I think we're going to take him. I think we're going to wait on wide receiver this time. We took a Chris Olave in the first last time, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. Not one edge was taken off the board either. Let's take a look at wide receiver now, yeah? Whew, they all went fast. But John Mechie's there. Man, wide receiver is kind of bare. It's kind of barren. And yeah, wide receivers went fast after that. Pickens isn't on the board. So the Chiefs can wait. Probably still get Mechie. Leo Chanel's an option. Brian Asamoah, at least some linebacker here. Chad Muma's an option. If we're thinking tackle, Abraham Lucas is an option. Yeah, I think we're going to wait on wide receiver this time around. I'm looking at taking a linebacker in the second round. we took Andrew Booth with our first pick. But I'm thinking about going a different direction and going linebacker. I have them both very, 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 very close. Um, do have them both close. I think that Muma is probably the better cover guy right now. I think so. There's also Perrin Winfrey again. That's always an option. But I do think I want to go linebacker. Quay Walker's down here. You can wait about him. Bonito's more of a 3-4 defensive end, not really a 4-3 guy. What are the thoughts on line and Leo out of the next stickers? I do like Leo. I do like him a lot. But let's see if he's. I don't know if he's 50 worthy. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I don't even think he's on the board. He's gone. Yeah, he's gone. I would love to see him next to him. Those are two guys with legit pass rush upside, like legit. All right, let's take Chad Muma. How about that? Let's just take Chad Muma and get our linebacker core absolutely throttled up. Now we'll look a little bit at wide receiver. How about that? This is a spot for my guy Jalen Tolbert. John Mechie is also available. I don't necessarily think they're going to be too high on safeties because they have their two guys. What about Mathis? You mean a defensive tackle? Yeah, I think Mathis is legit too. These are guys here, still here you can take, still here, and that's the thing we have to weigh right now at 26 or 62. Do we want a wide receiver or do we want to continue to fortify the defense and wait on a wide receiver? Defensive end. There's a guy up here who's got a lot of pass rush juice. Who really I would really stick inside. Yeah, I would love to get. I would love to get Tolbert in the 94. I would. I'd love to get that, but I just don't see it happening. Yeah, we got for everyone wanting defensive end. We did get Mafe. We did get Mafe, and let's see. We have so I don't remember if we. So we picked Booth, Mafe, and then we went Chad Muma. Those are our three guys we've got. Yeah, I really like the option of having Bolton, Gay, and Muma because you could have Muma and Gay on the field in those passing situations. So I really do like that. But I'm tempted here. I'm tempted with Jalen Tolbert. I'm tempted with Perry and Winfrey still. Um, and since we just took Booth, I'm not going to be taking a corner in second round. This is a tough spot. Let's just look at all. I already have that. Interesting. I think I'm gonna solidify the defense. I'm gonna take Perry and Winfrey here at 62 and look for wide receiver in the third round. I'm just gonna stack it up, make that defense legit. I wouldn't want to pass up on Perry and Winfrey. I really wouldn't. Let's look at wide receiver. There's Romeo Dubs. Whoo! There's a guy I like too, but this is really the low point. Yeah, I think that he's a good value too. I think that getting him in the second round at the end of the second round is great value. Hey, Jonathan, I don't necessarily disagree with the sentiment. This wide receiver mock has not been a great thing for the Chiefs, but I do think that there's one guy here that I would take at 93 in terms of wide receiver right now. I would take Romeo Dubs. I would. Pierce is off the board. All right, so I'll just run through it real quick. The first pick that we did, we traded up with the Patriots to get Andrew Booth Jr. At 30, we got Boy Mafe. At 50, we took Chad Muma, and then we just took Perry and Winfrey at 62. I really do like Doves. I think I might just take him here because he's not going to be there, I think, at the next pick. And then we can really start looking at some tackles and some interior players and trying to, or maybe not on interiors, but I think look to solidify maybe more corner like Mark. Jeez, this is a spot, man. At the end of the third round, who do we want? Do we want to take McCollum again? There's some interesting names here. Bryant, Cameron Britt Taylor, or Cam Taylor Britt, Zion McCollum. I like Marcus Jones, but dude's 5'7", like 175. I don't think the Chiefs are going to take him. I just don't, and I don't. And it's not against him. It's not. I just don't. I just can't pull the trigger. Dude's small. So get out of here. Corners. We'll look at the safeties. Whew. I would gamble on Zion's athleticism in the third as well. Him and Zach Tom are two guys I'm looking at pretty routinely here. This is the safety market. It's not great. You can probably wait. So really it comes down to how we want to attack. Go away, safeties. Come on. Okay. I think double dipping at corner right here is a good idea. It's all about who I'm going to pick and who I think the Chiefs would pick. I'm not sold that they would, like I said, that they would take Marcus Jones. I get playing him in the slot and the draft or the return duties. But I personally think that Kobe Bryant and Zion McCollum are the two guys I'm looking at. And I took McCollum last time, so this time I'm going to take Kobe Bryant. Hey, look at that. Zach Tom's still on the board. This guy, Cordell Flott, I haven't looked at him, so I can't tell you, Scott. I'm sorry. So we have an option here to take a guy who's going to be a backup for a ton of positions at guard and tackle and possibly develop into a starting right tackle. I think it's possible. A lot of people have pegged him to be interior, but I don't know. I want to take tackle. I want to take the tackle. All right. Here it is, guys. I don't really care about the grade. None of that I don't care about any of that. This is a defense now that's young. It's fast. It's athletic. It's like you've got some legit players here. This is a 4-round mock that we did. We traded up to get Andrew Booth out of Clemson. This is one of my favorite picks that I've done, been able to get him. I think he's sliding down boards, and going to get him would be a great opportunity for Kansas City to really nail down that. Does anyone really see us taking a tight end in this draft? I keep hearing it, but I don't think I agree. I definitely could, Avery. I think they could get away with taking a tight end. I think that they might need one, but you never know. They did trade up to get their tight end last year, so maybe that's possible. But how are we feeling about this one? I know that everyone's feelings probably more geared towards the first one, but this is what we got in the second one, which, like I said, after trading up, I think this is great value for Perry and Winfrey. I don't care what they say, but getting him down here at 62 is a great value. Chad Muma, Boy Mafe, these first 4 picks, that defense now looks much better at every level. That's just my opinion. But all right, guys. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate you all. 306 people in here tonight. That's awesome. You guys always do a great job of coming out and supporting Ryan and I when we do these mock drafts. We are going to do a lot more of this coming up. We still got what? 2.5 weeks until the draft? Well, actually, no. 2 weeks till the draft. Whew. Right? little over 2 weeks. I was right, 2.5 weeks. Whatever. Either way, it doesn't matter. We're gonna have lots of content coming out, and every day, pretty much we got stuff coming out. Tomorrow, make sure if you guys want your questions answered, tune into the live stream tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll do all your answers and questions. Again, make sure hit that like, hit the sub, and ring that bell. That makes you guys make sure you're tuned into everything here on the RGR Football Channel. One more reminder about getting that athletic matrix. It's also going to be the same place that you can get the our actual draft guide that will be coming out soon. And make sure you use the code, guys. It's for your benefit. Please do use it. It helps everybody. So just make sure you're doing that. That draft guide will be coming out soon. All right. I appreciate you all joining me tonight. I had a ton of fun, and I'm going to try to keep that high energy level as we get into the draft. It's been wearing me down a little bit, the draft season, but I'm here. We're going to have, like I said, every single week. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We'll answer all of your questions. And once again, I do appreciate you all being out here tonight, supporting myself, the channel. Once again, hand to Aaron Morrow, our moderator, for being in here tonight. Doesn't always have to be, but I appreciate when he is. You guys, please have a great night.